Hey guys, what's up? It's Sammy here, your average stat guru, here to walk you through do an analysis of the Fantasy Premier League as it stands after week 12. So here we have a Microsoft Power BI, and basically I've just pulled in the statistics up to the last 12 weeks of the English Premier League. And let's just go through it. So on the x-axis here, we got the total points scored by all the players, and on the y-axis, we've got all the costs of each player, and this is really a bang for buck kind of analysis, and hopefully this can help you with your um, transfers and help you build your squad. So let's jump straight in using this filter. We'll look at all the goalkeepers at the moment. So looking at looking at all the goalkeepers at the moment, just a simple way to look at it is Edison has scored what's that, 60 plus points. According to this, he's scored 60. He's got 62 total points at the moment, and he cost 5.8 million. So that's why it's up there. So I guess he's the best performing goalkeeper. Um, Allison from Liverpool has 57 points, and he cost slightly less than Edison. I guess $1 million less or pounds less than but he's got 4 points less than, no, 5 points less than Edison. So I guess this kind of shows you which players you should be picking. So if you were looking at someone who was scoring more than 50 points, a goalkeeper that scored more than 50 points, well, maybe your best bet is to go with Joe Hart from Burnley. I think he only cost $4.5 million, but he's giving you 51 points compared to Kappa or even Pickford. So I guess you could invest in Hart or Patricio, Hennessy, Fabianski, and save your money to invest somewhere else. Let's move on to the defenders. So when we move on to the defenders, this is what we're going for, and really I think any fantasy Premier League um, squad now has to include um, Marcos, Marco, Alonso, and Robertson. I think what you're getting out of these two guys is incredible. Um, and then it really is pick your other defenders. Um, if you're looking at choosing between Walker and Mendy and Trippier, or Laporte, maybe Laporte is probably a better option. He's giving you the same amount of points as Walker, Mendy, Trippier, and Rudiger, but it is costing less. So that's one way of looking at it. So assuming you went Alonso, Robertson, and Laporte, um, the 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 other guys that you could be potentially looking at is Doherty, um, um, and who's this guy here, and Alexander Arnold. I mean, these guys cost a lot less than Aspilicueta and Van Dijk and David Luiz, but they cost less and they're giving you the same amount of points. So that's just one way of looking at it. Let's move on to the midfielders, and really no surprises here. Um, Hazard and Sterling up here, um, giving you incredible amount of points. At the moment, I think Mo Salah bang for buck just doesn't make sense. He's costing a lot of money, 13 million, and he's delivering a lot less points than Sterling Hazard. So maybe your option is to go Hazard, Sterling, and Mane, and a budget person like Fraser, um, and maybe your other options are Pereira and Goodmanson. So you could look at Goodmanson, Pereira, Fraser, Sterling, and Hazard. That way you get two premium midfielders between Mane and Fraser. Well, Fraser costs 6.2 million and it's giving you more points than Mane. And I guess you can combine Hazard, Sterling, Fraser with maybe Pereira, Richarlison, and or Goodmanson. Let's move on to our forwards. So what do we got? No surprises here. Um, Sergio Aguero is a must-have in any team. But look what Wilson is giving you. Wilson is giving you 70 plus points. In fact, he's giving you 72 points for the year, and right now at a cost of 6.8. So compared to Aubameyang and Lacazette, it's giving you a whole lot more. So maybe if you're going to build a strong um, striking partnership, maybe it's Aguero, Wilson, and 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 according to this, Jimenez or maybe Murray and Mitrovic and Arnautovic. So just giving you some ways for you to be building your squad. If you're looking at the I guess the entire squad, this is what it looks like. Some standout performers again. Yeah. Um, all the it's color coded, so all the aqua colors are your defenders, your forwards are black, your goalkeepers are red, and your midfielders are in yellow. But it's amazing how just looking at this, Edison is a goalkeeper and he's giving me 62 points for the season and is performing a lot better than a lot of midfielders out there. So just some interesting way of looking at it. I mean, if we just look at goalkeepers and midfielders, I don't know how, yep, I think, let me just put that in. It's funny, Edison is performing a lot better than, I don't know, 90%. If you look at Edison here, he's got 60 points. He's performing a lot better than a lot of the other midfielders out there. So that's interesting. It shows that a good goalkeeper is as good as um, uh, a good midfielder out there in terms of how it's performing. So that's it, guys. Today I looked at total points. Don't know, maybe in the next video I might look at the analysis based on average points or team total points or team average points. I'll just quickly look at team total points just to give you an indication of what that looks like. So if we just look at midfielders, for example, no surprises here. Um, you want your midfielders to be coming from Manchester City, Chelsea, and Liverpool. But of course, if you go with midfielders from these three teams, it's going to be hard for you to fit them under your budget constraint. So if you want to look at getting midfielders who are budget midfielders, maybe your budget midfielders are coming from Arsenal, Leicester, or even Bournemouth. So that's just what the team the team analysis gives you. So, for example, if you just want to look at forwards, for example, well, no surprise there. Um, the best performing forwards are coming from Arsenal, but I think the Arsenal plays a 4-4-2 formation. So obviously, if you play two strikers, um, the type of they're obviously going to accumulate a lot more points than um, a football team out there that plays 4-3-3 with only one striking option. So Arsenal's got the best performing forwards, but you look at Sergio Aguero, um, all of that 95 points is probably Aguero and Jesus, and they interchange a lot. So don't obviously there's so much more to the story than just looking at the numbers itself, and I get looking at the positions. Sorry, looking at the structure of the team, the way the team is set up helps a lot. Best goalkeepers out there, well, that's just Edison right here, um, Allison. But look at that, Everton. So maybe going with Pickford is your way to go. Um, but anyway, that's it. Just a short video. This is after week 12. So the international break is coming up. So like any good manager, you should be waiting until the end of the international break and just before the round starts before you um, make your analysis. I will do an updated version of this again. Um, so thanks for listening in. Um, all the best. Cheers. Bye.